All right. Ajibola Ogneo, how are you? And Daniel Chikebuka. Daniel Chikebuka.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning. How you doing?
We thank God.
Brilliant. Good, good, good. So we because this is like some kind of hybrid class where we have both physical and virtual as it is. So that's why we had some delays, but we said we're going to start at 10 and now it's 10. So good morning, and it's great to have you. It's great to have you here.
God
So
bless
Daniel,
you.
tell me, give me a bit about yourself, your background. And I also listen to Ajibola, and I have Goodness, who is also with me physically. So go ahead very quickly.
The name is Obuchekwe Chukwuebuka Daniel.
Okay.
I schooled in Dictionary. I did education
Right.
actually. So
Okay.
I've been in the education industry for a while, for more than a while now.
Okay.
But
As a teacher or as what?
as a teacher in mostly art subjects,
Ah, okay.
different art subjects. So then I've worked in different locations as a manager, hotel manager, and different other locations. But the thing is this, the thing is, I've always looked at life in a very different way. Like even from when I was a child, while everybody had this future ambition, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a medical engineer. It to me it didn't make sense because I watched not just my parents but other people tell me they want to become something and end up becoming something else. So while growing up, I just looked at it as a some kind of logical nonsense to just sit down and start planning what you want to become in future. Then I also tried to, but as time went on, I also understood something. It's not about just understanding that; it's about understanding the fact that you can be whatever you want to be. But the greatest gift one can get is being able to control your own destiny by yourself.
Okay.
Like having a business you can start on your own without depending on anybody.
Okay.
I've also,
Okay.
because the logic of working for people, because I've worked for people for a long time, different companies, different hotels, in a microfinance bank. And the truth is, if you follow the rules too
Okay.
much,
All right.
okay,
Okay. Go. I mean, because thank you very much. I just wanted to get a pick of a background
okay,
because
okay,
of time as it is. So it's great. It's definitely great to have you here.
no problem.
I've got some other participants once again that are physically with me, and it's good to have you here. I'm sure we'll get the opportunity to speak a bit more. All
No
right.
problem.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Good. Ajibola, tell me very quickly, and then I'll go to Olakunle, and then we can get on with the class. I have Goodness um here with me. So Ajibola, are you there?
Okay, yes, I'm here, sir.
Good, 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 good. All right. So
Okay.
just give me a quick background. Yeah.
Well, my name is Adibola Otne, and I come from a family of four.
Okay.
Graduated from Aquinas College in Akure.
Okay. Okay.
And,
Good.
that's pretty much everything.
Okay. Good, good, good. It's great to have you here. As it is. Olakunle is also here. I also have Nancy with me. So Olakunle is also here. Olakunle.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good to have you here. I've been trying to access myself, but I had issues initially, but I think everything is okay now.
Brilliant. Not a problem at all. So what do you do? What's your level of education?
My level of
Olakunle.
education,
Okay, go ahead. Yes, yes, yes.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Basically, my level is basic.
What does that mean? SSC? Does that mean BSc, BA? OSD, what does that mean?
You've said it all, sir. You've said it all, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, great. Once again, it's great to have you here. So
Thank you very much.
this is the National Innovation Diploma in Business Informatics, which means a combination of business and information technology. This is a combination of business and information technology. So there's a website and there's a document everybody needs to download. So if you get the chance, you should download that document. It's called the MBTE NID Business Informatics. MBTE NID. So I can take you, yes, I can take you to the website where you get all the curriculum, because that's what everybody needs to have with them if you plan to graduate on this course. If anybody plans to graduate on this course, then they need to have a copy of that material, and they are going to, all of us are going to need to spend a lot of time on the material in itself. So NID, it's the MBT NID so MBT programs, yeah. So look, I'm going to share the link in the chat room. Everybody must have access to this particular thing, because this is what the whole school is about. This is what the entire school is about. So I put the link in the chat room. That's what the whole school is about. You will also see on my screen. So I don't know, can anybody see my screen? Can you see my screen? So this is what this course is about, the National Innovation Diploma in Business Informatics. And the meaning of business informatics is business and information technology. And this is an area of work that I think everybody needs to know about. I think it's great that everybody becomes an expert in business and information technology. This is a brilliant course, and I think everybody, even I have friends, I have people who are all graduates and senior people who all have made up their mind that they will also join this course and they will also learn. So National Innovation Diploma in Business and Information Technology, right? So I think those are two very critical areas for you and I. So one, you're going to be learning a lot of things about business management. The other one, you're going to be learning a lot of things about information technology. I remember that this is a school, so everybody is expected to have their notebook, their pen. You know, it's a school. So as I'm speaking, I expect that people are writing, people are taking notes and things like that. So that is my expectation, that you're writing. You know, this is not the time to be distracted. This is not the time to start to get on your phone. This is a school. So number one thing that I've said, everybody must download and keep a copy of this particular document, this 248 49-page document. Everybody needs to have a copy of it. Everything we're going to be doing in the whole of first semester, second semester, third semester, and fourth semester for the school, for you to get your National Innovation Diploma, is all inside of this one material. So this one material is important. This one material is critical to everything that we're doing as part of this. And I pray, I wish all of you will graduate. As I said, I have even members of the staff of my own organization that I think is compulsory that they attend a course like this. I think it's useful that everybody gets this kind of knowledge. And I know people who have PhDs who don't know half of the content of this thing. I know people who have 2, 3, 4 master's degrees, and they still don't know half of the content of this NID curriculum. And you will see that it will be very useful for your life, for your career, for your business, if you really have an understanding of this. And this is our flagship course as a school. This is the most important. This is the most important course to us as a school. The combination of business management and information technology. Please give me a minute, please. All right. So can everybody hear me? Can you hear me? Gentle people on the call, can you all hear me? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Loud and clear? Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you very much. So please note it. Everybody must have a copy of this material. The NID material is a 249-page document. It contains the outline. And that's one of the things I like about NID. It's not like one of those things that, the people just get into the people else get into they get into the next year or semester and they don't know what it is that they're going to be doing. What you're going to be doing is very clear, as it is on the course in itself. Let me wear my glasses properly. You should send a Okay. So once again, I congratulate everybody that is a part of this course. I wish when I left, I wish maybe 20 years ago, somebody took the time, actually not 20 years ago, I take that back, maybe 30, maybe 30, 31 years ago, that somebody took the time to take me through a course like this. I wish when I got out of secondary school, that I got the opportunity to be able to learn something like this. And I made a promise to myself that my children must be, they need to learn something like this. So my children, once they finish secondary school, the first thing that they do is to get through a program like this. And this is a brilliant program, something that gives you a strong foundation in the management of business and also in technology. The good thing is that, we're a technology company. This is this school, Transformation College, is an offshoot of 3 of our existing companies. Is an offshoot of Training Heights, is an offshoot of our company called PSC, and an offshoot of our company called A4S. So we do a lot of core technology things. So if you look at here on my screen, and I hope everybody can see on my screen, they've written some of the what we can call the high-level objectives. So look at it, and as I said to you, a lot of people even have PhDs and have many master's degrees, and they still don't know all these things, especially how they apply in the industry. So we're not just speaking about the theoretical side of it. We're also talking about the practical side of it. So look at it. It says what? You should be able to conduct a simple structured survey on any aspect of business. And that is a huge skill. That is a skill that even people who work with us and who are highly educated don't even have some of these skills. The people after you've gone through a course like this, you should be able to assist in the evaluation of investment assets for investment purposes. A lot of people don't know this, no matter the number of degrees that they have. You should be able to assist in gathering basic statistical data. This is also important and extremely critical preparation of short and long-term business plans. So a lot of people don't know how to create business plans. They don't even know anything about business plans. And those are the kinds of things that all of us need to learn. So this course is not just for 1 or 2 or 3 people. It's just not for people who have just finished either secondary school or university. I think this course in itself is for everybody. I think this course in itself is for everybody. I think a lot of us were going to have a lot of value in our lives for this course. I left the university, I left secondary school 32 or 33 years ago, and I wish somebody took me through this. I wish immediately I finished secondary school, before even going into the university, that somebody took me through this. That's what it is. Because if you look at the content, this is brilliant. So if you continue, you see what? Assist in writing business reports, assist in market research and similar functions, assist in carrying out effective purchasing tasks. So things about procurement and how to be able to do effective procurement, things about how to do proper market research. You do know the number of adults that I know that do not know how to write proper, do proper data gathering and do the proper research. So assist in the use of business applications. That's going to be one big portion of this, our work. We're going to spend some days learning a lot. We're going to learn Microsoft Word. We're going to learn Excel. We're going to learn PowerPoint. We're going to learn a lot of Microsoft applications. So this is going to be intensive. And I know most people might not even have the drive or the motivation to be able to do this. But I promise you, if you can ever go through this whole program for 2 years, every Saturday over a 2-year period, I'm telling you that this is better than an MBA. I have 2 MBA degrees. And I'm telling you that the things that you're going to learn here, they're even better than what you will learn in an MBA degree. So I think everybody needs to take this course very seriously. Look at it. You're even going to learn about e-commerce. You're going to learn about data management. We're going to take a course, something on ERP. Everybody, please write this down. Go and look at a website called Odoo, ODOO. We're all going to do something on this particular platform, ODOO. Can you see the platform? We're going to show everybody how to use an ERP. Are we together? We're going to show all our students, every student that goes through this school, you're going to learn what is an ERP. That's one of the things that we're going to learn. So this is a big deal. This is a massive deal for everybody. So we're going to teach you this platform. I hope you can see my screen. And some of you who have a computer, who are very literate, everybody go on your phones. If you have your phone with you, go to the Play Store, whatever Play Store that is on your own phone, and type ODOO. Everybody quickly. Did this application come up? Did this application, did it come up? Did this application, did it come up? All right. So you're going to, so there is the app on the Play Store, and the app also exists online. So this is one of the applications that everybody must know how to use. If you're a student, if you're going through Transformation College, our flagship program is this business informatics, which is a combination of business management and information technology. And one of the platforms that we're going to try to make everybody an expert is this Odoo platform. We're going to teach this Odoo platform to everybody. Another thing we're going to do is that we're going to teach everybody Bitrix 24. Once again, you will also find this platform. You will find it on your Play Store, and you'll also find it online. We're going to teach all the students of this school these 2 platforms as part of what it is that we're doing. We're going to teach all the students, not some, all the students of the school, these 2 platforms, Odoo, right? So that everybody can get a good job. Our plan is that by next year, we're going to finish
year one in September of this year. And my plan is that everybody who is our student will have a job even while they're going through their year two. Year two will start in the month of September. Year two will start in the month of September. And our plan is that the students that do very well, they will have a job we can give them some kind of internship with us by the time it is September. But only the very best will do that. We're not going to give internship to somebody who is struggling. We're not going to give internship to somebody who does not know what it is that we've been teaching them. We're not going to give internship to somebody who does not know how to use these platforms. So everybody, the core technology platforms that every student of this school, right, and some of the officials of the school are right here online, they're listening, is the very key thing is going to be these two platforms and Microsoft Office. These two platforms, every student of our school must be an expert, not just somebody who knows, but an expert in one application called Odoo. The other application is called Bitrix, and the other application is going to be called is the Microsoft Office Suite. The Microsoft Office Suite of applications. If you know those three platforms, then I'll give you a job instantly. Instantly, anybody who knows, who can demonstrate adequate and extensive knowledge will get a job instantly. Instantly, anybody who will learn these three platforms. Everybody, please write it down. Odoo number one, ODOO, Bitrix. And I'm on the Bitrix website. If you can see my screen, Bitrix 24. And finally, is going to be Microsoft Office. Finally, it's going to be Microsoft Office. So this is a school for how to set up, manage, run a business, and how to know technology. So if you put your time, you put your energy, you focus on this, you're going to get a lot from this business informatics course. We're going to teach you Microsoft Office. We're going to teach you Odoo ERP. Everybody, look at this Odoo ERP. So if I were you, I'll have only two things that I'm trying to do, or three things. Number one, you must get a computer. Go and beg your uncle, go and beg your auntie, go and beg your pastor, go and beg your friend, go and beg, but you must have your own computer. That's number one. Everybody, tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell everybody, you must do what? You must have a computer. Go and meet your imam, go and meet the pastor, go and meet your uncle, go and meet your neighbor. You need to have your own computer. That's number one, because you will not be able to easily go through this course without your own computer. So I'm going to beg all of you, go and borrow money from somewhere and buy a computer. Get a computer. Get a computer. If you're going to do well on this course, if you're going to gain significantly from this National Innovation Diploma, you're going to need a computer. That is number one. A phone will not suffice. You will not be able to do all the exercises and practice all the things that you need to do using a phone. You're going to need to have what? A computer. Everybody, please note that. You're going to need to have a computer. That's number one. Number two, you must have data, because we're going to be doing a lot of things online. We're going to do a lot of things online. We're going to set up a center so that people who don't have a computer can come there. But trust me, you need to have your own personal computer. You must have your own computer. It makes sense, and you must have your own computer. That's number one. Number two, you must have data. Our school is only going to be on Saturdays, but every Saturday we are going to be in school. Every Saturday, and I mean every Saturday. Our school is going to open every Saturday. We're going to be open as a school every Saturday, not only not during the week, but on Saturday. So you must free up all your Saturdays. That's number 3. Everybody, please write that down. Number 1, get a computer. Number 2 is you must have data. You should starve during the week so that you can have data for the whole of Saturday. You should not eat throughout the whole week so that you can save your money, and you must have data for Saturday. So today, all we're going to do is to introduce the course. We're going to start properly next week. All we're going to do today is to introduce this course. So we're going to get a lot of people involved. We're going to start properly next week, Saturday. We're going to do it online, but today it's our introduction. So, I mean, we're introducing the whole program, the whole course. So please tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell your colleagues to join this call. You can share the link with them. We have opened it to everybody for the next 3 Saturdays. But after that, we are going to only open it to the serious people. So for the next 3 Saturdays, it's open to everybody. So everybody can join for the next 3 Saturdays. The link can accommodate 100 plus people. So for the next week Saturday, and the week after, we're going to open it up. So I've told you the 3 key things. So I started with telling you 3 key applications that everybody must be an expert. Number 1, Odoo. Number 2, Bitrix 24. Number 3, the Microsoft suite of applications. The Microsoft suite. And there are many other applications that we are going to teach everybody, but at least we're going to start with these 3. I promise you, by the end of September, if you're an expert with Microsoft Office, with Odoo and Bitrix 24, you will get a job with us. It's a promise. You will get a job with us if you're an expert with these 3 things. And when I mean a job that will probably pay you minimum of about 50 to 60,000 naira minimum. And it will be a computer related job, and you're going to be working as a consultant with us, working for various organizations. So we're going to teach you Bitrix 24. We're definitely going to teach you Odoo as an ERP platform. And finally, we're going to ensure that everybody knows Microsoft Office. Everybody knows Microsoft Office. If we think that if we get into the middle of it and we feel that getting the Microsoft the Office is difficult, we are going to get you the Open Office. One of the things we're also going to teach everybody is how to use use AI. So we're going to teach everybody that the Open AI Chat GPT platform. We're going to teach everybody. So this is a proper school. It's a correct school. It's an appropriate school. It's not a joke. So we're going to learn these things. So maybe we're going to end up using Open Office for a lot of people, maybe because Microsoft Office might be a bit unavailable, but everybody here, you must learn all these things. So if you can see me online, you can see some of the things we're going to teach you on how to use Open Office. So you must know Open Office, Odoo, and Bitrix 24. Let me go back to my to the course curriculum for this whole course in itself, the NID program. So I shared a link. I'm going to Edith to please put that link again in the chat room. Everybody must have this booklet, this 249-page booklet. It is the guide document that we're going to use throughout this year and even into next year. Right? Our focus is to just say, because this is our flagship program, the course that is called the National Innovation Diploma in Business Management and Information Technology. And if you look in here, just on my screen here, these are some key things that anybody that goes through this course will know. And it's a brilliant course. And I'll put the link. And anybody can be on this course. The key requirement is for this course is that you have WAEC. That is the key requirement. And of course, they expect that before you finish this course, you must also have your credits, right? You expect that you have credits in English, math, economics, literature, as it is. Okay, no, they said literature in English are not acceptable in place of English. So it's math, it's English, is economics or commerce, and any other 2 subjects. And any other 2 subjects. So that's the requirement. And I enjoin you once again, this will be your best investment of time. We're not charging for this thing. You pay 10,000 naira for the for your registration, and that's it. And you also pay for, I think, for the exams, and that's it. But for the actual teaching, we're not going to charge, but we're going to charge for the exams, and we're charging you the money for the form. But that's it. The course is for free. Once you meet all these requirements, that is what it is that we're going to do. Once again, this will be the best investment you can give to yourself in this beautiful year 2024. And this is not just about owning a degree. Some people are just interested only in owning the degree. This is not just about owning a degree. This is about you building this kind of skill sets that you can use to get a job. And I promise you, I have a job for you if you do well on this course. I have an immediate job for you come September. If you do very well between now and August, then I have a job for you. If you look at this first semester, and we're going to finish this first semester by end of April. So once again, please, we need you all to advertise this course. Advertise it. It's a free program. Pay your 10,000 naira for the form. And when it comes to the exam, we're going to charge you a small amount of money for each of the exams. So we're going to be teaching these topics over the next, these subjects and courses over the next 4 months. We're starting today. This is the best investment for your first Saturday in the year. This is the first Saturday in this beautiful year. This is a great investment. So we're going to teach you English, and English proper, not anyhow English. The kind of English where you can even get a job abroad. Proper English, not anyhow English. We're going to teach you how to speak and how to speak properly. We're going to teach you the concepts of English and how to speak proper English. That is going to happen. And we're going to go through the English curriculum. I will not go through everything today, but I will go through some. We're also going to teach you citizenship education. I'm going to be a participant in that citizenship education because I almost consider myself a semi-illiterate when it comes to citizenship education. So I'm going to sit as a participant in that class myself. I want to know everything that is inside of the citizenship education. I'm going to study it. I'm going to learn it. I'm going to become an expert in that area. Even as a person, I might be a Nigerian, but I might not, does not mean that I understand the constitution of Nigeria, does not mean I understand the arms of the government and things like that. I also want to be an expert when it comes to citizenship education. Then we have introduction to entrepreneurship. And I'm going to be teaching that class myself, and I think I qualify to teach the class. I have done business for the last 22 years. And I think I qualify. So I'm going to be teaching 3 courses myself. I'm going to be teaching entrepreneurship as a person. I'm going to be teaching public administration as a person. And I'm also definitely teaching introduction to business. Those are the 3 that I'm going to be teaching myself. And we're going to have other great trainers, other great experts that are going to be teaching all the courses. We're going to do this every Saturday, very quickly. We're going to finish all these 9 courses by the end of April. By the end of April, we'll be done with this initial 9. You're going to learn business math, not math that you will not be able to apply. We're talking about the math that is business math. We're going to talk about the math that you can use Excel to learn those things. You can. We're not talking about theoretical mathematics, and that's why, brothers and sisters, you need to get a computer. You need to get a computer. You need to get data, and you need to free up your entire Saturday. Saturday is not the day you should go to take a job. That job on Saturday that is trying to take you away from NID is the devil. It's the devil that wants to take you away from learning NID, because this NID is what is going to take you to your next level. This NID is what is going to take you to your next level of glory. So if you're working on Saturday, you need to resign from that job so that you can learn NID and you can move forward in your career and in your life. We're going to also learn the basics of economics and the basics of accounting. Some of these things I've done them in my MBA program, but I've even forgotten what it is that I learned because they did not teach them to me from the perspective of how I can apply them. You see that this even I'm a student of this NID myself. I'll be both a student and a lecturer. In the areas of my expertise, I will lecture. In some other areas, I will be a student. So it's once again, you will learn the basics of economics, you will learn the basics of accounting, not for learning's sake, not for theoretical purposes, but for real work in itself. And lastly, you're also going to learn something in public administration. So this is important and this is essential. And we hope all of you will be in here. In the second term, we're going to start our second semester from May, June, July, and August. We're going to finish second semester. And we're going to build on the things that we had learned prior to now. English language and communication skills, citizenship education again, entrepreneurship again, business math again. Uh, now we take the computer applications to the next level, right? So we will do introduction to computers in this first semester. In the second semester, we're then going to do computer applications. So which is once again is the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and we're going to teach you those things so that you become an expert in using them. I also look forward to introduction to system analysis and design. That is important. That is essential, especially for people who want to become experts in IT. Everybody who wants to become an expert in IT, you need to learn system analysis and design. We're also going to show you how to use AI to do system analysis and design in the second term. You're also going to learn something about social psychology. You're going to learn the principles of management. You're going to learn accounting and economics even further. So that is going to happen between May and August. And we have a lot of experts within our organization and within our network that can help us do this and can teach us this, that will be able to teach you this. And come September, this is going to be the curriculum. Once again, English. And now, instead of the business math, you're not going to be doing what is referred to as business statistics. You're also going to be doing what we call business law. So you can see that this is like an MBA program. And you're going to be taught not by people who are teachers, but by people who what they do is the practical implementation of these things. So we're going to get a lawyer to teach business law. We're going to get somebody who is a programmer to teach computer programming. We're going to get people to teach data management, public finance. We're going to get somebody who works in the public finance space to teach public finance. And we're going to do management again. We're going to do computer applications and even research methodology. So this is going to be the first semester. And you can see that the courses are even more. There will be 10, how many now? There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 9 in between September and October. And by sometime, I'm sorry, between September and February, and sometime next year, everybody that is a part of this school, you will be able to graduate because you will then need to write your project. So you can see that you have first semester and then you have the fourth semester. So for you who wants to become a core IT person, you're going to learn WordPress. Everybody can use web development. You're going to learn to become a website developer. We have the people who are experts in web development. They're going to teach you. The only thing that is going to be stopping you is yourself. We are prepared to do this and we're doing it properly. And we're going to ensure that we get this right. And we only need everybody to be a part of this and to take it, should I say, seriously. We're going to put this today's piece, introduction, online so that people can look at it and they can learn, even though they were not part of it, so that we can also make decent progress next week. So we're also going to teach you, once again, procurement, HR, website development. We're also going to teach you how to build your web applications and e-commerce website. So WooCommerce and some of those kinds of things. We're going to teach you computer networking and accounting. This is the best course you can ever attend. the course that combines business management and information technology. And you're going to write a project and you're going to graduate. But you're not just going to graduate with a degree, you're going to graduate with skills. And will ensure that you must have also done your internship. Once you're done successfully past year 1 with us, internship starts. Paid internship starts in year 2. Did you hear what I said? Paid internship starts in year 2. So that means come September of this year, you can start your internship with us. Come September of this year, you can start your internship with us. Come September of this year. Once you successfully go through, mind my words, successfully, and you cannot succeed if you don't have a computer, if you don't have data, and if you don't make yourself available to be a part of the class. The assignments are many other things. So once again, if you download this whole material, you will see all the things that you will learn. Today, I'm just going to focus, as I rightly said at the very beginning, on the introduction to business. So if you go download the material, our school is just on Saturday, so that means you're going to need to do a lot of reading between Monday and Friday. You're going to have to devote time to your work, and that's why everybody that is going to be part of this, you have to be self-disciplined. You have to be self-disciplined. You have to be extremely self-disciplined. So if you're not self-disciplined, you will not be able to go through this course, because a lot is going to rely on you making yourself available, doing the assignments, working overnight, because we will only meet. So it's like the way, when you go to the mosque, they meet on Fridays. When you go to a church, they meet on Sundays. When you come to Transformation College, we meet only on Saturdays. So it's like a Saturday religious institution. But the only thing is that in this particular religious institution, we're trying to turn you into disciples of information technology and disciples of business management, effective business management. Very important. Now, so as part of this course, which is called Introduction to Business, this particular course that we're teaching today, which is Introduction to Business, can you see the 6 key objectives, everybody? Introduction to Business, the 6 key objectives, the framework of business, right? Thank you very much for that. The framework of business, different types of business organizations and ownership, basic organization structure, different functional activities, understanding business in the society, and understanding the role of government in business. This is important. These are the 6 things that we're going to learn. And okay, can somebody please mute that person? So everybody, I'm going to share this link with you. This is one of the first things we're going to go through now. I'm going to put the link in the chat room. Where is my, yes, everybody? Yes, it's a Wikipedia link, and it's a very useful link that we're going to start with in this class. That means everybody, part of your exam is the content of this page. On this page alone will be part of your exam. This page on Wikipedia that talks about a business. So at least I can bet that out of your final exam, from this page alone, you will get your final exam is going to be about 100 questions that you must answer. About 100 questions. And I can tell you categorically that at 20 thereabout, maybe a quarter of the questions you will need to answer will come from this page, thereabout. So you need to bookmark this page. You need to save this page. Everybody, business, this page, you must save it. Okay. Now, the first thing here, it says that business is what? It's the practice of making core living or making money for producing, making money by producing and buying, by producing one. Please, I hope you're writing, because once again, you're going to have to do your exam from here. some of this content, you make money. That's what it is about. And this course is business management and information technology. In fact, this whole course sums up my entire career, my career of 20-something years. It's this course that sums everything up. Okay? So, business is the practice of making money. Anybody that wants to make money, you have to know business. You have to understand business if you plan to make money. It's the practice of making money. So, and you must do one of three things. You must either produce, or you do what people refer to as buying and selling. Some people want money to fall from the sky, especially in Africa. Some people prefer that, they will go to church and they'll go to church Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they're hoping that by consistently going to church, they will get home and they will, on Monday morning, they will be asleep. And then they open under their pillow. They will just see, voila, there is money. That's what a lot of people want. People don't want to do the work. They don't want to produce anything. They don't want to produce, they don't want to make a product. They don't want to build a service. One good business is dry cleaning service. They don't want to do baking. They don't want to do anything at all, and they want to make money. And those people, they don't even want to do 419. They don't even want to do Yahoo, and they want to make money. So there's no way you can make money if you're not producing something or you're buying and selling to make a profit. At the center, everybody please write it down. Two critical concepts when it comes to business. Two critical concepts when it comes to business. Concept number one is revenue, the total amount of money that you can make. Number two is profit, what you can retain after you have deducted the cost of your production. Revenue and profit. Revenue in itself, the total amount of money you can make from the business, and then your profit, what you can retain after you've taken out majority of your costs. So, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, one of the key things is that what are you producing? What is the product? Or what is the service? What is the product? Or what is the service? Is either you make a product or you provide a service. What is the product and what is the service? Or you can be a trader, somebody who buys and then sells to other people. They go to get it from a cheaper place and sell to other people so that they can make a profit after they've deducted their costs. So it's important that you and I understand that business is about money. Business is about making money. But the money is not just the revenue. It is more about the profit. I've seen people who you can do business and say, I bought this thing for 10 million or for 1 million. And then you sold at 900 and something thousand, and you make little or no profit. That's not business, because that means you're not making money. So you must have revenue and you must make a profit. Once again, you must produce something, and then you need to ensure that you have revenue and you have profit. So please note that revenue versus profit. Revenue versus profit. Profit is what you're able to retain. And I hope you're taking notes. Another key thing is it's important that you register your business. If your business is in Ghana, you need to register your business. If your business is in Nigeria, you need to register your business. So everybody, you can go and look at an institution. And if you're going to pass this course, you must know that institution. It's called CAC. CAC, Nigeria. That is, we're going to ask you this as part of your exam. Corporate Affairs Commission, the people who are in charge of the registration of businesses, and they have different categories of businesses that you can register. You must go here, you must come to this CAC. You're going to be asked this in your exam. You know, this is not the one of those schools where we want you to fail. We're going to tell you and show you everything you need to know, but you must not fail. Are we together? You must not fail. So we're telling you, we're going to ask you questions. Who is CAC? What do they do? What kinds of registrations can you have with them? So you have to come study this CAC website, especially when it talks about our services. Can you see business name, incorporated trustees, and things like that? You must come spend some time to understand who this very important government entity is. This is a very important government entity, and you and I, we must know who they are and what it is that they do. CAC. Another important organization that all of us we must know is the entity called FIRX. All right, Federal Inland Revenue Service. As part of your 100 questions, we're also going to ask you a question on FIRS. Who is FIRS? What do they do? All right, what makes them important to us? Who is FIRS? What do they do? What makes them important to you and I? And if you're in Lagos State, another entity you must know and you must be very familiar with is an entity called LIRS, Lagos State Inland Revenue Service. Ogun State has its own. Every state has its own version. These are 3 questions we are going to ask you in your exam. So you better start getting ready. Who is a CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission? Who is FRS? And if you're in Lagos State, who is LIRS? Who are these entities? What is their job? What are their functions? What do they do? And why is it important that smart people like you and I who are attending this course must know who these entities are? Why? Why should we know who these entities are? The one that helps us with our taxes, the one that helps us with our company registration in itself. So you must know who these entities are, what they do, and how they help. Those will be some of the other key things that you and I must know, right? So you must have a registered business name. You can start out by doing something on Instagram, but that's not the same thing as registering your business. You should have a registered business name. And when you have a registered business name, you need to understand the various taxes that you will need to pay. Another organization you must also know in Nigeria is this organization called PENCOM, National PENCOM Commission. That's another question for you in your exam. That is another question for you in your exam. PENCOM. Who is PENCOM? What does PENCOM do? Why do organizations that I think have more than 5 members of staff, why should they pay pensions and things like that? So you need to understand that I have more than 5 full-time staff, I believe. You need to understand things like this, and you need to understand them very clearly as it is. So yes, once again, those are some institutions that you and I, we need to know. Remember, what did we say? CAC. Please help me put the links in the chat room. CAC, FRS, LIRS, and now I've also added another one to it called PENCOM, right? Who is PENCOM? What do they do? What is their responsibility? Okay, let's move on with this conversation of business. Once again, remember that I told you that on this page alone, or maybe 1/4 of your exam will be on this page. So anybody that has a
20.
phone, yes,
20.
yeah, 20 to 25 of your questions will come from this page alone. So everybody that has a phone, you should bookmark this page. You should open this page on your mobile phone. If you have a phone, you must understand that, you know, this is critical. You and I need to understand these things. If I move on, right, in an organization, you must always start with some kind of owner. They must always start with some kind of owner, somebody who owns the organization, the person, the founder. You know, in modern day, we talk about startup institutions. So we talk about the founder, the person that starts the organization. Doesn't mean it can be only one owner. It might be two owners. It might be three. So we're still going to talk about sole proprietorship and things like that. As part of what it is that we're going to be doing. We're still going to talk about sole proprietorship as it is. So having a business name as it is very important. And then there must be owners of the organization. And then you also have to understand the liabilities for debt incurred by the business. You know, people want to own a business, but they don't want to take risk. So everybody, help me write it down. In running a business, you must take risk. In running a business, you must take some kind of risk. It's important, it's critical, and it is essential that you take some kind of risk in running a business. If you're going to run a business, you're going to need to take some form of risk. And if your risk, if everything goes well, you know, we define risk as some kind of uncertainty. If everything goes well, then you make a profit. Hooray! But if everything does not go well, you make a loss. Ooh! But if you make a loss, you will learn. I made losses in my life. I always tell people that I woke up one year, and at the beginning of the year, I was in debt of 100 million naira. Just between Christmas and New Year, because I had ordered for some goods for a client, and the dollar, that was years ago, the dollar moved from, I think it was about 80 something or 70 something, and it moved to about 120. And I woke up in the new year and I was in debt. It took me about 5 years to pay that money off. So sometimes in business, most times you should make a profit. Most times you should make a profit. 70-80% of the time you should make a profit. But sometimes you make a loss. Sometimes, you know, there is a loss from your business activity. You should not be one of those people that get discouraged from failure. So everybody, you should not just get discouraged from failure. Failure is a part of human life. Hopefully you would have learned how not to do something, what not to do. Hopefully you would have learned how not to do something and what not to do. Okay? So running a business is not easy or straightforward, and that's why you need to go through a course like this. Because if you don't go through a course like this, you will not be equipped with the knowledge that is needed for you to be able to run a successful business. And that's what this course is about. For you to become a business guru, a business professional, somebody who knows enough to be able to run a successful business, on one hand. On the other hand, is for you to be an information technology expert, somebody who understands clearly what IT, what information technology can do to enable a business. How can information technology be used to make a business to be much more effective, to make a business to be much more efficient, to make a business to be much more profitable? That's one of the things you will learn on this course. How can, first, on one hand, please write it down. On one hand, it's the best practice for running a business. The best practice and the appropriate practice for running a business. But we're also going to teach you on this course the key skills, technology skills, I beg your pardon, the key technology skills and platforms that you need to be able to ensure that your business will be effective, will be efficient, and will be successful. These things are very important. All right. So we're going to teach you about who are your creditors and who are your debtors. Who are your creditors? So everybody in the chat room, what's the difference? Who are your creditors? Go to the chat room. That's why I said you need a computer, and even if you have your phone, that will suffice. Who is your creditor? Is your creditor the person that you're owing, or your creditor is the person who is owing you? Who is your creditor? And who is your debtor? As a business owner, who is your debtor? When you say I have creditors and I have debtors, who is your creditor and who is your debtor? Can I get anybody's opinion in the chat room? Who is your creditor and who is the person that is your debtor? Anybody? You can also speak. I'm a business owner. Who is my creditor? Is it the person that has given me goods and services that I owe? Is that my debtor? Or that's my creditor?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Um,
Go ahead.
a creditor is someone that your business or you, depending on whether you collected for your business or for yourself, your business owes money to. So if you owe someone money, that person is your creditor because the person gave you a credit.
Okay.
But the debtor is when your business is owing money instead to the
It's being owed
person.
money, you mean? It's being owed money.
It's being owed money, sorry.
Yes.
I'm mixing the English together.
Okay. Okay, good. So somebody, you are the one running a business. If somebody gave you goods and did not collect money from you, that person has given you what? Credit. That person is who? A creditor. Please, everybody. Somebody has given you goods. They say you can bring the money later. Right? That person is your creditor. But people have also come to buy from you and they have not paid you as at today. Those people are what? Debtors. Everybody that is in this class must clearly understand the difference between a creditor and a debtor. Those are basic things. Remember, we talked about revenue and profit. Now we're talking about creditor and what? A debtor to you, a business owner. These are basic things that you and I, and that's where it will lead to accounting. This is what will lead to the accounting, because you must know what is it that you owe people, what is it that people owe you, and you must account for that. And that's why on this course, we're also going to be teaching accounting. That's one of the things that has been written about the National Innovation Diploma. And once again, this National Innovation Diploma is better than MBA courses. I promise you that this National Innovation Diploma is better than MBA courses, especially the way we are going to teach it. We're going to teach it from a practical, real life perspective. I run a business. I have creditors. Some people, so there's a company that we buy certification exams from and things like that. They tell us to pay at the end of the month. They are my creditors. Because they extend credit to me. I am owing them. And that's the relationship a lot of people have with their banks. Please note these things. The bank borrows them money, right? They lend money from the bank. The bank borrows them money to be able to run their business. So the bank becomes their creditor. But they also have debtors, people who they have given products and services to that have not yet paid them. These are critical things that you need to know. Once again, everybody, please write it down. Taxes are very important. The fear of the tax man can make you close your business down and can even make you go to jail. Do not run your business without understanding what your tax requirements and your tax liabilities are, everybody. Do not run your business without understanding what your tax requirements and your tax liabilities, what they are. If you don't run your, if you don't mind, if you're not mindful of tax paying and tax management, it can make you fold that business up and it can even send you to jail. If you don't manage your taxes very well, it can make you close your business and it can even send you to jail. And this is important. And this is essential. So we've said a lot of things. Go and register your business with CAC, but also make sure that you're aware of taxes. Another thing to based on your kind of business. So you need to work. Everybody must have an accountant friend. You must have an accountant as your consultant. Hire an accountant. Be the friend of an accountant. It's important in business. In business, one of the two key people that must be your friends. Everybody write it down. Apart from you having some kind of spiritualist as your as your friend, the two important things for every business person is one, an accountant. Number two is a lawyer. You must have those kinds of friends who can give you sound advice with regards to taxes and with regards to legal requirements. Taxes and legal requirements. Okay? And there are different types of businesses. So you can see on my screen, we have sole proprietorship, we have partnership, we also have what we can call limited liability and even corporations like a PLC. So you can have what people call, you can have what we can call Orlando Enterprises. Dr. Orlando Enterprises. It's a kind of business name, and that's what most people should start with. When you want to start small, you start with that. Dr. Nena Enterprises, right? Nancy Enterprises, something like that. Esther, my eyes are like your own enterprises, whatever. Okay, that's a good place to start. Goodness and Me Enterprises. That's a good place to start. Then after that, some people then go to what we call a limit. We can also have a partnership, right? And you can also have limited liability, and you can also have some kind of corporation, so to speak. So it depends. So lawyers and accountants can advise you with regards to this. So once again, everybody look at it. You can have sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship is small business, 1 or 2 or 3 employees, 4 or 5, like that. Small business. I have a document on my computer. Somebody should remind me later to look for it. I'll look for it later. Let me not get distracted. It talks about the various types of businesses that people can start. It talks about the various types of businesses that people can have. You can have where they make hair. You can have where they sell shoes. You can still have all sorts of types of businesses. I'll look for that document. I'll look for that document in maybe over the maybe over lunch or when we take a quick break, and we'll go on a quick break shortly. I just wanted to get up to somewhere before we go on our break as it is. So I will look for that document. Very good, very beautiful document. I just talked about types of is it a list of um uh maybe I'll find it. No. I think this might be it. 200 business ideas, and we can beg Auntie Mercy to send it to everybody. See, so different types of business ideas: affiliate marketing, graphic design. You can pick your business idea: web design, web development, ebooks, influencer marketing, virtual assistant, social media manager, app developer, content writer, SEO, YouTube channel, language translator, real estate, podcasting, all sorts of business ideas. I'll share this with you. Drone videographer, event planner, all sorts. And everybody can come up with something that they think, they want to do. Brand consult or consultant, wedding photographer, acupuncture business, can be a tour guide, all sorts, right? So I'll send this document, a great document. I'll send it to everybody, and 2 or 3 other templates that will help everybody that is thinking about business, either running your own business or working with somebody else. So you're also going to see things like this in the exam. What is sole proprietorship? What is a partnership? Right? When it's 2 or more people. And what is a limited liability? Okay. And cooperative, NGO. You also have non-governmental. You've got non-governmental organization. You can also have a franchise. Okay. So you can have a cooperative where people come together. You can have an NGO. You can have a franchise. You can have limited by guarantee. There are many approaches to this. Okay. And then you would have what they call a MEMAT, and some of those documents that you will get from CAC. And that's why you should know who CAC is, what is the value that you're going to get from CAC, and similar type things. Once again, you also have group structure. There are many things that you can have with regards to a business, okay? And of course, your business can be in any industry. So I'll send you a couple of things. I'll send you a business plan template. I'll send you something around those 200 business ideas. I'll also send you a business plan template so that you can become an expert when it comes to business. You also will learn a lot when it comes to business. One of the things I will show you or teach you is what I like to call objectives of a business. Are we together? There's a thing, I call it the objectives of a business. Where is it now? Okay. Let me see. I should find it inside one of these my documents. So this is very important. And anybody who knows this, that means you can easily be successful in business. Once you know this thing that I'm about to show you, that means you can easily be successful in any kind of business. You can easily be successful. Hold on. Why am I struggling to look for? Okay, I'll look for it. We'll take a quick break soon. I'll look for it during my break. There's a document I want to show to you very quickly that has got the objectives of every business. The objectives of every business. Okay. So, okay, let me show you this. Nah. Okay, good. So everybody, can you see my screen? Okay. Everybody, can you see my screen? Please write these 10 things down. And if you can take a screenshot, take a screenshot. If you want to take a picture, take a picture. These are the objectives of every business. This is what every business in the world is trying to achieve. Whether the business.
The screen is
Sorry?
still showing business Wikipedia.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Can everybody see now? Tell me. Can you see?
Yes.
Good. It doesn't matter whether you're a recharge card business or your hairdressing salon or your whatever. It does not matter your line of work. What is important? It doesn't matter your line of work. What is important is that your business achieves these objectives. Everybody, every kind of business, in as much as it's a commercial business, then these are the things that are important. There is no business, even the person selling pure water by the roadside, when they get bigger, these are the same objectives. So you can take a picture, you can take a screenshot, you can write it down. This is what every business is trying to do. Every business in the world should have a strategy. It doesn't matter what line of work, it doesn't matter what you're trying to do, you must have a strategy. And it's not just for you to have the strategy, you must meet that strategy. So you must execute your strategy and you must meet your objective. So every business, everywhere in this world, every business must have an objective, must have a strategy, and must meet the objectives and execute the strategy. It does not matter the type of business. That's number one. Number two, every business, we've spoken about this earlier, revenue and profit. Every business must have revenue and must have profit. Number three, for every business, we need to ensure that they reduce organizational costs. Every business needs to reduce organizational costs. Every business. Okay. All right. Number three, every business wants to reduce their costs. Remember that, your profit is after you have taken out your cost. So if your cost takes all your money away, then there is no profit, then you're at loss already. So every business wants to reduce and manage their costs. Number four is that there is no kind of business that you have where you want your customers to hate you. Every business in this world wants to acquire, satisfy, delight, and even retain their customers. Every business in this world. There's no business in this world that is not looking to do that. Further to that, every business in this world is looking to gain and maintain some kind of competitive advantage. There is no business in this world that is not looking to achieve some kind of competitive advantage. Every business in this world wants to consistently increase market share and surpass market demands. Everybody wants more market share. Every business wants to have an advantage over its competition. Every business wants to do better than the next person. Every business wants to be a couple of steps ahead of the next of the next person. So every business wants to ensure that they have good people. Even if you are hiring a 16-year-old, every business wants to make sure that they have good people. Every business wants to make sure that they have good customers. Every business wants to ensure that their staff and their personnel are appropriately trained and are very good at what they do. This information, even big companies, big banks are still dealing with these things. Big telecommunication providers and big oil and gas providers are still dealing with this same thing. They're all still dealing with this same thing. Every business wants to ensure that the quality of their products and services are great. There's no business that wants to that wants to do badly. So every business wants to ensure that the quality of its products and services, they're great. Every business wants to consistently innovate. Right? You know, some people say innovate or die. That if you don't innovate, you will die. You will close up shop. You will disappear. After a while, innovate or die. Okay? And then, lastly, on this page, is that there is no business that wants to have poor business processes. Poor business processes. This is the same slide I use when I am working with banks, when I'm working with public sector organization. That's why we say in this our NID program, we're not going to do this NID like a theoretical school. It's going to be very practical. When I go to work for organizations, when I am doing retreats, when I'm speaking to companies, it is these same things that we talk about. So every business must go back and really think about this. And everybody that is on this call that will finish this course and finish this program, you must understand this clearly. You must be able to intelligently speak about these things. And apart from being able to intelligently speak about them, you must also be able to say, how will my own organization address all these things? How will my small business, this my small kenke business, or this my small recharge card business, or this my small human air business? What are all those things that businesses that people do? Small businesses. This tiny business, how do I ensure that I meet these objectives? This is important, everybody. This is important. This is essential. There's no business that wants to have poor staff. There's no business that wants its cost to be equal to its revenue. There's no business that does not want to make a profit. There's no business that does not want more market share. There's no business that wants poor business, operational processes. There's no business that wants their customers to be annoyed and angry with them. It's important, people. It's important that you get this right. You get this right in your own organization. You get this right everywhere. If I move on very quickly, the value, once again, for business, this is the business objectives, right? Sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry. My screen, I wanted to do something. Okay. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. And this is a good place for you to be every Saturday. This is, you should spend your time. I see businesses and they struggle with these things. I see businesses and they struggle with some of these things. And you that you have gone through transformation college, you should be an expert. You should go back to your business. Some of you run schools. Some of you are part of one school or the other. Some of you are part of one thing or the other. These are the kinds of questions you should be asking. That, you know what, in this my small business, how am I paying my taxes? Because the tax man will come after you at some point in time. In this my business, how am I ensuring that my reputation and my brand is great? How can I keep improving my brand and my reputation? In this my business, how do I measure my performance? Some of you ran businesses in 2023. Now we're in 2024. Is your business improving? Is it moving forward? Is the business getting better? This is important once again, and it is essential. This national innovation diploma that we're running is better than an MBA program. I promise you. Because even in most MBA programs, they don't teach these things. So we're going to teach them not just from a theoretical perspective, but from a practical perspective. What we want to boast of is not that we are giving you a degree or a certificate. What we want to boast of is that we're equipping you with the right skills, the right knowledge, the right capabilities to be able to improve your career, to be able to get a better job, to be able to move up in life, to be able to ensure that your businesses, that they are successful. Okay? There's no business that wants to ensure that wants to see that its shareholders and its stakeholders are unhappy. There's no business that is not looking for the best partners and suppliers. Every business wants to manage its own risks. Every business wants to ensure that there's what it builds in what we call resilience and business continuity. Every modern business is thinking about how can we use technology to improve our work. Somebody says even Babalao is using, even the traditional healer, the traditional spiritualist is using laptop to do the work. Even the traditional healer is using, the guy that is doing divination is using laptop to do the divination. So you and I need to learn that we can get better. We can use technology to improve our work. I'm thinking about how can I use technology to bring more people to my church? How can I leverage social media to bring more people to my church? Very important, extremely important that we get this right. Okay, and then of course the conversation around everybody should ensure that they are involved in some kind of corporate social responsibility, that they are supporting the SDG goals. Every business needs to contribute to SDG. And lastly, if you're doing projects and things like that, you want to ensure that you're getting decent return on your investment. So once again, these are critical things. Human resource is a critical portion of businesses. And that's why as part of this NID, there is a portion in there that talks about human resources. That is critical as part of this NID. Accounting is going to be taught as part of this NID. Economics is going to be taught as part of this NID. They are all part of the program. Some areas you will feel very comfortable with, but some areas you will have to learn. The mathematics that we're going to be teaching and the statistics are the ones that you can use Excel to do. And they are the ones that have a practical, side to them in modern corporations. So once again, these things are important and they are essential for you and I to know and for you and I to be aware of. I have a whole book tied to this, an entire book, and I wrote this years ago. I must have written this thing about 15 years ago, maybe more accurately, about 12 years ago, on the objectives of every business. And what made me get here was that I started thinking that, what are the objectives? Somebody will say, these are my own objectives. Another person will say, these are mine. Then I started thinking, what are the objectives of every business? So I titled the book, The Objectives of Every Business. Not some businesses, every business. What are the objectives of every business? And businesses have objectives. Businesses want to make money. And that's why if you look at this first slide, and then added, this first slide is more important than the second one, but this is the core one. Every business wants to ensure that these objectives are met. So everybody needs to become some kind of HR expert. Everybody. That's why we need to know how human beings operate, how to attract the best people, how to keep them. That is what that number 7 is talking about, everybody. Human beings. Can you see what number 4 is talking about? Customer service. Some of you who work in retail, some of you who work in different, where you're attending to customers and speaking to customers. Everybody needs to be a customer service expert. That is what that number 4 is about. Everybody needs to be a customer service expert. Everybody needs to know finance and accounting to an extent. And that's why throughout this entire NID, finance and accounting is going to be taught. We're going to start very small, but by the time you're finishing the NID, you will know more than enough to be a great accountant. That's what it's a promise that if you successfully go through this NID, you will know more than enough to be a great accountant. You will know more than enough to be a great accountant. That's why customer service is here. For those of you that joined us when we were doing what's that thing? When we were doing the 12-week program, you can see that we did something on ISO. Is it 10,002 10002 that talked about customer service, customer satisfaction. So on this page, accounting is there. On this page, customer relationship management is there. On this page, strategy is there. On this page, HR is there. One other area is what we call product management. And it's a very popular area of work now. Globally, everybody's talking about product management. Globally, everybody's talking about product management. Globally. So there's a conversation around product management globally that everybody is talking about. And once again, innovation and operational processes. And of course, so please take it. I hope you have written these things down. If you haven't written them down, please take a picture. You can use your phone. You can take a picture on the screen. You can do a screenshot, whatever it is that works. The most important thing is that you understand that these are the objectives. So when you go to your auntie's place, when you go to your cousin's place, when you go to your dad's business, you can go there and start to ask, Daddy, how are we doing this? How is your business doing this? Because if your business is not doing this, then it will not succeed. I will show you a template and I'll share it with you later, which is the template for doing strategy for every business tied to this. I created this document myself. It's the appendix of it's in the appendix of my book. A simple template tied to this. And that if you get that right, you can do strategy everywhere. You can do strategy for your business. You can do it for your uncle's business. You can do it for your auntie's business. A simple template that you need to fill. And then if you fill the template and you run with it, then you're able to get things right. Once again, I work for banks primarily, both in Nigeria and in other parts of the world, in Ghana and in East Africa primarily. And these are the same things that I use in doing the work that I do. So there's no secrets. There's nothing that I've hidden from you. Exactly what it is that I have is what it is that I have provided. So are we good? So I think it's good time for us to take a break. I started speaking at around 10 o'clock. I've been speaking for about 1 hour, 30 minutes. So we'll take a quick break and we'll come back. And when we come back by 12 Nigerian time, we will do maybe another 2 hours and then we will call it a day for today. Today is just introduction. We will now start to dig deep next week when we start the program properly. I'm going to be teaching entrepreneurship next week. How do you become a successful entrepreneur? How do you start a business and make sure you get it right? Successful entrepreneurship. How do you ensure that that's your business where you're selling makeup or you're selling perfume or you're selling whatever, human hair or whatever that thing that you're doing, or you have a barber shop, whatever that thing is, that it will be successful. Whatever it is that you do, whether you're a DSTV installer and that's your business, or you have a small franchise, how do you ensure that it is successful? That is what it is that we're going to be doing next week. So next week, I am going to be teaching on something called entrepreneurship. Also, during your break, I want everybody to go and check out 3 things. I'm going to type them. I'm going to type them now. Okay, some people are still writing. I'm going to show you 3. Everybody go and learn what is called SWOT analysis. So please, in the chat room, please put a link on SWOT analysis in there from a link on SWOT analysis from maybe Wikipedia. What does Wikipedia say about SWOT analysis? That's number 1. Put another link for something called PESTLE, PESTLE. Put another link in there for PESTLE analysis. Put it in the chat room. And lastly, put in a link for something called business model canvas. And I want all of them to be Wikipedia links. I want all of them to be Wikipedia links. What does Wikipedia have to say with regards to SWOT analysis, PESTLE analysis, and business model canvas? SWOT, PESTLE, and business model canvas. And there are links on Wikipedia for those things. SWOT analysis has got 4 components inside of it. Strengths, the strengths of your business, the weaknesses of your business, the opportunities that are afforded to you, and what is threatening your business. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in your business. That is number 1. Number 2 is something called PESTLE, PESTLE. I know some people call it PESTLE, but it is not PESTLE, it is PESTLE. That's the right pronunciation. It is not PESTLE, it is PESTLE, right? I know some people who like pounded yam, pestle and mortar as it is, but that's the right thing. And PESTLE talks about what, everybody? Talks about political factors that affect an organization, right? Economic factors that affect an organization. And as part of this NID, you're going to learn about economics and the economy. You're going to learn about economics and the economy. Economics and the economy. So you're going to learn that as part of this program. Okay? Once again, PESTLE, political factors that affect an organization. You're going to learn some of those political factors as part of the citizenship education. Some of the things you need to know from political factors, you're going to learn them in the citizenship education. Citizenship education. Citizenship education. You're going to learn political factors that affect a country, right? Economics, you're going to learn the economics and economy. PESTLE, P-E-S. Social, the S there is social factors, right, that affect a business. The social factors that affect a business. You're going to learn about the T, the technological factors that affect a business. 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 PEST, political, economic, social, technological, artificial intelligence, blockchain, cloud, databases, operating systems, all the key things that you need to learn. You're going to learn about these things. And then L, legal. That's why, I told you business law. As part of this NID, you're going to learn business law. NID is better than MBA. That's our brand. That's part of our brand communication. The Transformation College NID is better than an MBA. I beat my chest to it. I'll say it anywhere. The Transformation College NID program on business informatics is better than an MBA. So you're going to learn that too. Law, that's the L. And finally, environmental, everybody. Environmental. PESTLE, political, economic, social, legal, and political, economic, social, legal, technological. What am I saying? Sorry. Political, maybe I'm hungry. Political, economic, social, and technological. The PEST. Then the LE is legal and environmental. Things around waste management. Things around ISO 14,000. Some of you who attended the 12-week program, you did a course on ISO 14,000. The environmental aspects of that affect an organization. And then there are also 9 areas, everybody. So SWOT is 4, PESTLE is how many? 6. Then there are 9 areas under business model canvas. So they'll put a link. We'll also share a screen about business model canvas. What are those 9 areas under business model canvas? If you're attending my course, Introduction to Business, then you must know business model canvas. You must know those 9 areas, and I'll speak about them when I come back. Okay, now I've almost taken most of my break. Okay, now we're going for break, and I will see you all in 20-25 minutes. Thank you very much, everyone. So this is one of the things. So welcome everybody. This is one of the things we spoke about. I'm going to add one more thing. Let me go to the chat room because I did tell them, everybody, please, you need to save these links and some of these things that we've talked about today. You need to save them. So you also need to give me Potter's 5 forces. Potter's 5 forces. The Wikipedia link for Potter's 5 forces. So we spoke about SWOT analysis. Am I right, everybody? We spoke about SWOT analysis. What are the strengths of my business? What are the weaknesses of my business? What are the opportunities that are open to me? And what is threatening me? This is going to be in your exam. I promise you, this is one of the things in your exam. Some of the things we're going to ask you these things. What does we're going to ask you in the exam? What does SWOT analysis? What does it mean, and how does it apply to a business? Well, all right, and I like SWOT analysis because it also applies to you as a person. SWOT analysis also applies to you as a person. So all of you need to understand SWOT analysis. And there's no business person that must not understand this. There's no small business owner that must not understand this. There is no student of Transformation College that must not understand the SWOT analysis. It is compulsory. Strengths. What makes me strong as a person? What makes me strong as a business? Weaknesses. What makes me me weak as a person? What makes my business weak as a person? Opportunities. What are the opportunities that exist for me as a person? What are the opportunities that exist for my business to grow? And what is threatening me as a person? And what are the things that are threatening my business? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So this is essential for everybody who says I'm a business owner. Everybody who says I'm into business. Everybody who says I'm a student of business, especially for Transformation College. I'm a student. I'm a proud student of Transformation College. This is important. Strengths, weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats. When you say something is an opportunity, it's a possibility, especially a possibility of growth, a possibility of increase. You know, some of us, when we went to church and into the new year, we said this year is a year of divine opportunity, divine increase, divine favor, divine growth. That is what this is also referring to. So you see that some of the things, there is a direct management implication for them. Strengths, weaknesses, the opportunities, and then the threats. Threats is negative. Threat is negative. What is that negative thing that I can foresee? Do I sleep too much? Do I eat too much? Do I spend all my time praying and not working at all? Am I able to balance? If you're not a full-time pastor, you cannot be going to church on Monday morning and Tuesday afternoon. That's for the full-time priests. You who are planning to go to work in telecommunications and in oil and gas, you're going to sit in front of an employer, in front of people someday, and you're going to be having conversation. They're going to say, what are your strengths as a person? How can you go for an interview and they say, do your SWOT analysis in front of us? Please write it down. Everybody, that is an assignment. You must go back and do your own personal SWOT analysis. This is an assignment. Everybody must go back to do their own personal SWOT analysis. You need to do your own personal SWOT analysis as an individual. You need to be able to do it for yourself. You need to be able to do it for a business. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Let me quickly go to the next one. This diagram is showing you, saying it as pestle, but I call it pestle, but they're the same. It's just that in one, the L is after, the other one, in one is pestle. They've put E and L, while the other one I was talking about was pestle, L and E. In those days, I learned it as pestle. So the idea here is those things that we said. And you, if you're a student of Transformation College and you want me to give you a job come September of this beautiful year, 2024, if that is it, then you need to be able to do this analysis for an organization. You need to be able to do it for a small business. What are the political factors? Economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal factors that are either already affecting an organization or can affect an organization. It's a pity that a lot of people are not on this call. People in our churches, in our places of worship, in our mosques, that they are not on this call. Because these things, people need them in their lives. If people are going to move forward in their career, if people are going to get better, if people are going to get better opportunities, they need these things in their lives and in their career. They need these things. People need these things. Everybody needs to be able to do personal analysis for a company. So you need to be able to do SWOT analysis for both yourself and a company, and you need to write that down as an assignment. And you need to be able to take a small business, take a small private clinic in your area, a small school in your area, a small hairdressing salon in your area, and do personal analysis for them. These are the things that you need if you want to become a great consultant. These are the things that you need if you want to become an excellent consultant. I'll move on very quickly. I'll talk about business model canvas. I'll show you very quickly. And we talked about 9 areas. Am I right? You are going to see this in your exam. The question is going to go like, which of these ones are, or speak about or write about 5 areas in the business model canvas. Business model canvas has 9 areas. Everybody, can you see how many? The 9 of them. Key partners. Can we all see it? Can you see key partners? Who are your partners as an organization? Your partners, your suppliers, and your vendors. What are the key activities that you carry out in an organization? The key activities. What are the key resources that you use in doing the things that you do? What is the value proposition that your organization has to give? What is the value proposition that your organization has to give? What is the value proposition that your organization has to give? Relationships. What are the relationships that you have as of today, and the other ones that you need to have? What are the relationships that you have as of today, and the ones that you need to have? The relationships you have as of today and the ones you need to have. What are the various channels of communication? What are the various channels of communication that you need to have if you're going to engage with your customers effectively? Who are your customers and in what segments do they exist? Everybody, did you hear that? Who are your customers and in what segment do they exist? Who are your customers and in what segment do they exist? Partners, activities, the resources, value proposition, your existing and even prospective relationships. Your existing and prospective relationships that you need to build. The channels that you use in serving your customers. The channels you use in engaging your customers. Then who are your customers and in what segments or classifications or categories do they exist? That's what we mean by segments. In what classes or classifications or categories do they exist in? And then finally, what are the things that you're spending money on? What are your various cost structures and cost elements? What are the things you are spending money on? And revenue streams, where are you making money from? What are the products and the services and the basis by which or from which you're making money? Okay? Very essential. The 9 elements of the business model canvas, everybody. 9 elements. SWOT analysis, 4 elements. Pestle analysis, 6 elements. Business model canvas, 9 elements. Are we good? Business model canvas, how many? 9 elements. 4, 6, and 9. You must know what these things are. You need to study during the week. You need to be very familiar with these things. And I'm going to add one more model for everybody. One more, just one more model, and then I'm going to add to it. And it's called Potter's 5 forces. So we're going to have 19 plus 5. Am I right? 19 plus 5 will make it 24. And this is year 2024. Hey, everybody, did you hear that? 19 plus 5 will give us 24. And this is year 2000 and what? 24. What are the Potter's 5 forces that every business owner must think about? All of you, on the wall of your bed, by your bedside, the wall of your room, in your mind, you need to write these 24 things there. SWOT analysis, 4. Pestle analysis, 6. Business model canvas that we were looking at 1 second ago, right? Can anybody remember? The business model canvas, how many? How many? 9. And
9.
lastly, 9. And lastly, Potter's 5 forces. And I'm going to speak and explain this very quickly. Okay? It talks about 5 things. It says every business owner must worry about these 5 things. In no particular order, it also says that what? You must worry about the threat of new entrants. Everybody, I hope you can see my screen. The threats of new entrants into your space. A new entrants can they can make you disappear. And this line of work that we're doing is what is called strategy. This line of work that we are doing is what is called strategy. This line of work that we're doing is what is called strategy. And some of you need to become strategy consultants for both yourself and even for others. Everybody here needs to be a great strategy consultant. You're either a strategy consultant that does it for people, or you're a strategy consultant that does it for your own self and for your own organization. So it gives you 5 things you should worry about. It says, number 1, who are the new people that are coming into your space? That's number 1. Who are the new people that are coming into your space, into your market? It calls it the threat of new entrants into your space, into your industry, into your area, into your market, into your product space. The threat that the new entrants will take your market share. Are we good? Are we good? If I move to, yes, good. If I move to the next one, it talks about the threat. Let me speak about the threat of substitute products and services. And this happens to a lot of people. This happens in a lot of businesses. Somebody else comes and brings a new product or service, and then people don't need the one that you have any longer. Somebody comes with a better phone, a better bottle for pure water. Somebody comes with a better hairdressing salon. Somebody comes with a better approach to cutting hair. Somebody comes with better cream to sell, better hair package, and it could even be it could be something, right? Somebody else comes with something else or something. So somebody says, "Oh, you have to come to my ATM." What about if a POS now shows up beside my house? What's the point of me going to look for an ATM that is very far, that I have to use transport to get there, in comparison to the POS that is close to my house that I don't have to pay? I don't have to pay anything for. Right? So there's always an alternative product. There's always a substitute product. There's typically a substitute. A lot of people don't watch. Before, every home had to have what? Either DSTV or Go TV. Am I right? But now nobody cares about that any longer. Everybody just wants Netflix. So all the monies people were using to pay for DSTV and Go TV, they spend it on their Netflix monthly subscription. That is an example of a substitute product in your space. Okay? Then the one in the middle there on my screen speaks about rivalry in the same market. You know, people who we can look at and we can call them your direct competitors. You're selling pure water. That one is selling pure water. And both of you, you're just next door. Same pure water, same price. So why would they come to you than the next person? Why would they come to you than the next person? So everybody needs to worry about their competition, because your competition will take your market. If you're careless, you're sleeping, you're not aware, you're not active, your competition will take your market. Okay? And then the last two is the power of your buyers. You know, your buyers can determine a lot of things. If your buyers gang up to say they won't buy from you, right? If your buyers determine a lot of things. Your buyers determine whether you can succeed or otherwise. Your buyer determines a lot of things. Your buyers determine a lot of things. So everybody that is a student or business owner should worry about the pile of buyers. And then finally is your suppliers. I always tell people that your suppliers can make or mar you. You know, if your supplier says that you can take it away and pay me in 30 days, they give you credit for 30 days. And God help you, you can quickly sell and give them their money back. You know that it's God has used that your supplier as an angel into your life. You know, your supplier says, take these 10 crates of drinks, go and sell it, bring my money back in 2 months. And you can sell everything, and then you can take the money back and pay the supplier back, and you can keep a profit. Then that supplier is God's divine intervention in your life. Suppliers can make or mar you. So Potter's 5 forces talks about these 5 things. Once again, everybody, SWOT analysis, pestle analysis. Are we together? Business model canvas. And now, the man that they call Professor Michael Porter and his 5 forces. Professor Michael Porter and the 5 forces that every business should be worried about. That's what this is. Are we good? Are we good, everybody? Are we good? 24 things. You should have these 24 things clearly captured and outlined without any form of, should I say, confusion. You should understand those 24 areas. So I'm going to go back. I'm just going to go back, and we're going to look at the National Innovation Diploma document in itself. The one for business, introduction to business, and we're going to go through it to an extent. The National Innovation Diploma, the one for business, we're going to go through it, looking at the outline and discussing some of the concepts with regards to business. We're going to look at the outline and we're going to look at some of the concepts with regards to business in itself. Some of the outlines and some of the concepts with regards to business. All right. Good. So just give me 1 minute and we can check this up. So very quickly, we're going to go through the outline for introduction to business according to introduction to business according to NBTE. The key things you need to know relative to business. Remember that Wikipedia page. So they say you must know what is business, the concept of making money, the concept of revenue, the concept of profit. Okay. Every business needs an ERP. Every business needs an ERP like Odoo. I expect everybody to go and start looking at that page, that Odoo page, and start asking yourself, what is a CRM? What is it for? Right? This is the Odoo page. What is this accounting? Accounting, what is it for? Okay. What does this project, document management, project management, point of sale? I have this thing, hold on, that that talks about business systems. I have these things that that speaks about list of business systems. So look at it. What is a marketing management system? What is a service management system? What is an enterprise management system? Facility management. So everybody, and you see my screen, financial management. And one of the best platforms is the platform called Odoo. That platform. A lot of these things are on that page in that platform called Odoo. So one of the assignments, go and start asking yourself, what are all these applications? What can I use them for in a business? What can I use all these applications for in a business? All right. What can I use all these applications for in a business? So this is critical. Everybody, this platform has got email marketing, HR application, sales application, manufacturing application, inventory application, purchase application. What can I use these applications and platforms? What can I use them for? What can I use these things for? Important and essential. So once again, we're going to, let me quickly do something. We're going to go through the course outline, and we will look at some of the possible answers to those questions. We'll look at some of the possible answers to some of the questions, and we'll share this with our students. So once again, the idea is for you not to fail, but we're going to look at these things very quickly. The idea is that you will not fail. You will not come to Transformation College and fail. So if you come here, you can see the concept of a business. How can technology platforms like Odoo and others help you with regards to this? That's the answer here. Profit and its importance. Revenue minus cost is equal to profit. I hope you have that somewhere. And then we can talk about the environment of business, and that pestle is very appropriate for this environment of business. Pestle, all right? And the environmental factors are also pestle: political, economic, social, technological, legal, and should I say physical environmental areas. So those are some of the questions, those are some of the topics we're meant to teach. Here it says the various forms of business ownership, and we've talked about that. Business name, sole proprietorship, partners, and when you have cooperatives and even corporations, limited liability and PLCs. When you have corporation, when they say they've listed them on the stock exchange. So those are some of the things you need to know. And then if you come here, it talks about organizational structure. So one of the things I'm going to that is important, that is all of us that we're going to learn about what is an organizational structure. So PowerPoint, I hope you can see my screen. I'm trying to draw an organizational structure here very quickly. So see, you can say this is the managing director of the organization. You can say this is the PA or secretary, or some places they'll say, or admin in the organization, right? And then you can say, oh, I have 3 departments. I have my marketing and sales. I hope you can see my screen. And I have my finance and accounting. I can say I have my finance and accounting. And then I can also say that I have, let's say, my human resources and payroll. So this is what we mean by organizational structure, or some people will call it the organogram. This is it. This is an example of an organizational structure. So you can have many types of organizational structures. You can have simple ones, you can have complex ones. It just talks about the structure of the unit or the department and how the unit and the department is structured. The structure of the unit and the department, or how the unit and the department in itself is structured. So it is part of the curriculum. Anybody who is a student of business, anybody who is a student of Transformation College, anybody who plans to run a business must clearly understand what is the appropriate organizational structure. It can even be a man and assistant, or man or woman and assistant structure. You can just say the only 2 people in my organization is myself and my house help, or myself and my gate man. I make the orders. My gate man does the delivery for me. So you can say it is myself, Dr. Orlando, and my gate man. We are the only employees of the business. I make the orders. My gate man does the remaining. It could be my driver. So this is also an organogram or organizational structure. If I go back quickly to the document, if you check the advantages of various types of organizational charts, right? And then the next one here says organic functions of a business. So a business has finance, we've talked about that, HR, production, strategy, we've talked about all those things earlier today, and all those units need to work together. And then it talks about the business and the society. One key thing is that every business must contribute to the society. So for us as an organization, Transformation College is one of the ways by which we contribute. And that is why our school is an NGO. We don't charge for the school. This training is for free. In fact, we decided to open it up to more people. So next week, we're even going to have a lot of people. I'm going to be teaching on entrepreneurship. I'm going to be teaching on entrepreneurship next week. So it's every business must contribute to the society. Businesses must not destroy the society. And that's why, please, everybody write it down. Every business must contribute to what we call the Sustainable Development Goals. Every business must contribute to what we call or refer to as the 17 sustainable goals. Every business must contribute to the sustainable development goals, the 17 sustainable development goals. It's important. Okay. Also, so everybody, that means everybody must go check what are the sustainable development goals. No hunger, no poverty, good health for everybody, education for all, equality, and those kinds of things. Everybody, you should go check out what is referred to as the 17 sustainable development goals. It's important, it's essential, and it's critical that we all know and understand what we mean by the 17 sustainable development goals. Also, there's some 5 institutions here that support businesses in Nigeria. So we're going to go to their website. So number 1 is NIPC. The other one is NEPZA. These institutions, so if you see NIPC, Nigeria, right? Investment and Promotion Commission. Nigerian Investment and Promotion Commission, they support businesses, right? They have programs from time to time for Nigerian businesses. There's also NEPZA, okay? Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority. They're also an entity that supports businesses in Nigeria, or at least supposedly are meant to support. Then the other one called NEXIM or EXIM, the other one called NEXIM are also meant to be an entity, NEPC, NEXIM BPE, NEPC, NEXIM BPE. That's another critical one. The Bureau for Public Enterprises. They also support businesses. Or once again, they are meant to support businesses. They are meant to support businesses in Nigeria. Export business, Nigerian Export Promotion Council. And of course, Exim Bank. Right? Exim Bank, they are meant to be supporting businesses. So the curriculum talks about those 5 entities. Everybody, the curriculum talks about the 5 entities. Have you seen it in there? NIPC, NEPZA for my physical students. Mark it in the book. NIPC, NEPZA, NEXIM, NEPC. Okay, those are all essential entities that support business. I was going to do NEXIM, Nigeria Export Import Bank. So the standard expects you to see to know the 5 of them that support businesses in Nigeria: NIPC, NEPZA, NEPC, BPE. The 5 of them are NEXIM, Nigeria Export Import Bank. 5 entities that are supposed to be supporting businesses in Nigeria. Very good. Okay. And then We'll talk about the role of government in business. Government is meant to support businesses in the country. So that's, I mean, the introduction to business is not a lot. So once again, everybody, can you see my screen? So business refers to what? Organized efforts and activities. Right? Organized efforts and activities, generating profit, making money and generating profit. So you need to make him money and generating profit. So we had this conversation today, buying and selling and things like that, right? So businesses require some kind of structure. You can't just say, oh, you're doing business and your business has no form of structure. So it's systematic and organized. It should be systematic and is organized. And that's why a lot of people go to do something called MBA so that they can know how to run businesses. And as I said, the Transformation College National Innovation Diploma in Business Informatics is better than an MBA. Okay. Management is the process. So, and then of course, businesses require good managers. Businesses, they require that you have good managers. It is compulsory that a business must have what? Good, excellent managers. And in modern day, you cannot run business without technology. Digital marketing, social media, ERP. Everybody write those things down. Digital marketing, social media, and ERP. You cannot run a business without these things. You cannot run a business without these things. And then if we move further down, what exactly is profit? We've talked about that. After deducting expenses and costs from your revenue, whatever it is that is left that you're able to retain. Profit, that's what it is. You've deducted and you're able to retain. You've deducted and you're able to retain. If I move on very quickly, we've talked about pestle, everybody. That's one key thing around the business environment. That is one key thing around the business environment, pestle, right? And I think we've spoken about that adequately. Environmental factors, once again, pestle, okay? Environmental factors, pestle. Always use pestle to think about, the external factors that affect a business. The external factors that affect a business. Once again, you can have sole proprietorship, you can have a partnership, you can have limited liability, you can have a PLC company, and even an NGO. You can have all that. And in an organization, you must have different units and departments. You must have different units and departments. So you must have HR, finance. In a big organization, you have HR, you have finance, you have procurement, you have purchasing, you have many units and departments in the organization. Sales and marketing, research and development. There are many units that should be in an organization. So business and society, how can the business interact with the society? The business should not be detrimental to the society. The business needs to contribute one way or the other to the 17 sustainable development goals. Everybody, businesses need to contribute to the 17 sustainable development goals. Okay, so businesses need to, because I mean, business, and maybe we should look at those 17 development goals. So you can put 17 SDG here. Businesses cannot be detrimental to the environment. Businesses should not be detrimental. Businesses should support the 17 development goals. It's important that businesses, they support these 17 goals one way or the other. So if I put something like this here, everybody, so no poverty, hunger, good health, education, gender equality, clean water. Your business needs to contribute to these things. Businesses need to be ethical. They need to be ethical. They need to be properly governed. And they must not be detrimental to the environment. They must not be detrimental to the environment. If I move on very quickly, I've talked about this already. Environmental constraints. There are many things. The economy constrains you, right? Regulations constrain you. The government constrains you. So there are many constraints when it comes to businesses. And that's why that slide that we showed, that one that has personal analysis, all those things are constraints. All those things are constraints to businesses. All right. So it's important that you understand this. And of course, government is also involved in privatization and a couple of other things. So we will bring today to a beautiful close here. Today is just our introduction. We just wanted to introduce a lot of these things. Next week, our class will be much bigger and brighter and have way more people in it in comparison. And I believe everything will make progress. So you who have paid and you're enlisted in the school, we will send you a couple of emails. We'll send you many things during the week so that you can keep studying. I already told everybody you should download that NID document. It should be made available. It should not be a secret if you plan to complete this course. It's a document that you always need to go back to and refer to all the time. So thank you. Thank you very much. Any questions, everybody? Questions, thoughts, opinion as we bring today to a beautiful close? As we bring today to a beautiful close, both for our physical and our virtual students. Any questions, any thoughts and opinion as we bring today to a close? Anybody in the chat room or even from the, and you can speak if you want as we bring today to a close. Anybody? Anybody at all?
There's no particular question, but the for I'm just looking at how far we're going to be going. Judging by what we have seen in the introductions and everything, it's obvious that there's a vast amount of knowledge that we're going to be acquiring, both in digital marketing. We're going into digital marketing, business analysis at a core point, to its core point. And my own, what I'm looking at is how much of that information can we actually swallow before?
Well, I mean, I think everybody will make up their mind what they can swallow, because once again, it's a school, and we are running it only over the weekend, because we're not charging for it, so we can't run it as part of our day job. So the onus is on people to also go. I mean, so we've looked at a module now. We'll send you a couple of things. The onus is on people to study during the week, and our exams are not going to be things that are, completely theoretical. We expect that you would also learn properly from it. So every individual is the one that will determine what it is that they're going to be able to swallow, so to speak, I dare say.
The reason why I'm saying it is because I have always been very, 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 very bad at mathematics, generally speaking.
Hopefully we'll be able to help. Hopefully we will be able to help smoothing it out as it is. I understand a lot of people
Amen.
have the trepidation for that, but we'll try. We'll try and make sure that it makes sense, and it's business math, but nevertheless it is still math. So, but we'll try. We'll do as much as is humanly possible for us to do that. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you very
thank
much.
you, sir.
All right, good. Any other person?
Well, this is Olakunle Arab. I just want to comment, Mr. Orlando.
Yes, sir.
You're one of the people that I've been to so many business classes, and I think you kept making emphasis on that the National Innovative Diploma is more, is more enlightening than an MBA.
Yes, sir.
So, and well, it's part of the reason why I think some of us are here.
Okay.
It's almost like I'm going back to school all over again. Yeah,
It
so
is actually.
and if I don't know, for those that watch these guys, the owners of Landmark and UBA Business Ravage Online, that standard is what I am actually pursuing, where you know your onions in business information system and management and many other things. The last speaker was like, I think he suspects that there's so much in the middle, and
There
he's
is.
eager to absorb so much, just like me. But I don't know how God will
We'll
do that
try.
for us to be
Oh,
able to.
all of us go try. We'll
Yeah.
try. We'll try. Thank
God
you. Thank you very
God
much.
bless
We'll try. Thank you.
you.
Thank you. All right, people. Thank you. Any other person as we bring this to a close for today? Please, start to look at the content. Start to look at some of these things. There's quite a bit of work that is involved. There's no line about it. It's very detailed. It's literally like you're about to go back to year one to acquire. But the only difference is that this is going to be now very applicable to the industry. We expect that you go back to your business, to your office on Monday. We expect that you go back to study and that you just keep getting better. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Have a great weekend. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. We're going to be talking about entrepreneurship. Some people can even decide to look at the entrepreneurship material ahead of time. Once again, that 280 something page document is critical for everybody to look at. Thank you very much. And God bless you. Have a great weekend. Mm.